episode 2 of our journey. And today we're going to talk about the first video that we created on our YouTube channel, and it was called
Pioneering America.
James, what are we about to do?
We're about to get reckless going uphill to Pioneer Town Motel.
Let's do it.
Not too reckless, but we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We shot that back in May of 2016.
You have a better memory than me. Yeah.
That was our first ever video. And we just kind of want to talk about the process and, the different things that we came across shooting the video, just really the process of it and how we started our YouTube channel and really Venom White. So James, what was your idea when you thought of Venom White and your plan for Venom White and how you visioned it?
I think anyone that works in a creative space, I think you understand that you have to leave some things up in the air. I think as artists, you want to control everything. You want to create. So you want all those variables to be tied down. You want to know what they're going to be. And you learn that, part of the magic is showing up and working with these variables that you didn't intend on having. Some are good, some are bad, So I think doing this, now keep in mind, this is my first video. I shot a couple videos just kind of messing around with the camera, using the video probably like a year and a half prior. And these weren't anything near what I'm doing now. It was just like I said, just messing around, with some of my friends and just trying to see the capabilities of the camera and just learning video, period. I've never used video, ever. So, we had the press car, which was the Cadillac, and we had Pioneer Town. And Venom White is, it's really a lifestyle. It's just, it's about travel, but it's a curated vision, so there's certain cars I want, there's certain hotels I wanted to highlight, and so we put those.
James is very picky.
You have to. I don't know. I think you have to be. I think you have to be, especially.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, and I was very lucky to have the owner of the Pioneer Town Motel have us there, comp our stay, and same thing with Cadillac. It all kind of just fell together at the right time, and so now it was showtime. Now it was, we had this much time to, it was like I'm trying to think, was it 2 days, 1 night? Was it 1 night or 2 nights we were there? I can't remember.
For Pioneer Town, yeah, but I guess trying to rewind back to the process of how we initially started it. We first drove across country.
I was getting there.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
We drove across country, so that took about a week, right? And then the last leg of the trip, we had to literally drive 2 days straight because we had to be back in California to pick up the Cadillac at a certain time, and if we didn't drive straight through, we wouldn't be back to pick up the press car.
Yeah.
So how were you feeling, James, when we were driving 48 hours?
I actually wasn't worried too much. It was just exhausting, because we had been driving for such a long time, and driving from Wilmington, Delaware to Desert Hot Springs, California, and trying to think. I guess that was my second time driving cross country, and I can't just go, I can't beeline to my destination. I always be like, let's check this out. Let's see this place, because, who knows when you're going to be back to see that place again.
Hanging off bridges in Houston, doing long exposures, or the middle of the highway, yes. It was an adventure.
Yeah, you have to. You got to take those opportunities to see things that you may not be able to ever see again. You never know where life's going to take you, so we had to stop and see these places, and I really wanted Carla to see Marfa. And when we got to Marfa, she was literally just passed out, dead asleep.
So tired.
And
it was 4 a.m.
Yeah, and luckily she was passed out because she took over from driving from there. And that's when I got to sleep, which was like the first time I slept on that trip. So I slept, I think, till we got to like the middle of Arizona or something, and then drove the rest of the way.
And we had 2 cats driving with us the whole way. Where are we going?
We are headed to Nashville.
Nashville, baby. How far are we?
No
That's the whole way. And they refused to use the bathroom at all. They refused to do anything until we got into a hotel room. They're very much human beings, so that was a little frustrating. But they were good cats. They made it through.
They were really good.
Yeah.
But getting back to it, guys, you know, it was we had to get to Desert Hot Springs. I think we got there. Maybe had like maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep, something like that.
Yeah.
When we got there, unloaded everything in my apartment, and then Cadillac was there. Dropped the car off, picked it up. You know, I took delivery of the car, and then I think I went back and I think I drove it around the block.
I was gonna say he came and woke me up. I'm still a mess in my pajamas, and we gotta go for a drive.
She's like, I gotta get ready. I'm like, you don't have to do anything. You need to get in the car right now so we can go drive around. Cadillac ATS-V. Thing's beautiful. It's beautiful aesthetically, and
Red
then
hot.
yeah, red hot. I think is the actual color, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Love that car. Love that car. I'm not a big fan of American cars. Love that car. Yeah, really, really nice. I think we just drove it around the block. I just had to see what that thing had and how it sounded and how it, you know, handled and everything like that. I didn't get crazy. I just wanted. I think we took it around like 2 or 3 blocks, right?
Yeah. It was really just fun. It was in the morning. We were ready to go.
I do that every time I get a car. I just have to drive it around. I don't care if I'm barefoot. I'm taking that car out. You know, if I just woke up, and yeah. So we came back, got ready, and then I think we went to Giant Rock that night.
That's right.
Went to Giant Rock that night. Took a couple long exposures. I don't think we did any video, right?
No, I think just photography that night, and it was really interesting taking the Cadillac to Giant Rock. We had to go really slow. There's no paved road going there. It's in Landers, California. Yeah, so we had to go really slow. Even, you know, we have this Cadillac. You want to just floor it, but you can't. So we had to do that. It was getting dusty, really dirty. It was fun. It was safe. It was just, you know, we were
It's just
taking
sand.
it cool.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just sandy roads. You gotta go really slow. The car's really low, so you want to be careful you don't hit anything. And it's actually, it was like a carbon edition, wasn't it? Am I making that up? Did it have any carbon fiber on it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I can't remember, guys. I'll have to check, but either way, the car's very low. So yeah, we got there. It was just cool to shoot. I love Giant Rock. It's such a weird place. And we can link up our Giant Rock video for you guys so you can check that out. But
And also some of the photography you'll see throughout the video. We'll definitely show from Giant Rock. Came out amazing.
really
cool.
good, yeah. And I really hadn't been doing long exposures that long. And they came out really well. I was really happy how they came out. And but that was it. Then we got to, I think it was the next day, we went to Pioneer Town, and I'm already trying to do my first time lapse. You know, and it was you know, it's you just have to do it. That's what it comes down to. And you're gonna have so many things that you're gonna doubt about your own ability to do things.
And make excuses. Oh no, I can't do that. I've never done this before. I don't know how to get on camera. You just gotta throw yourself in there.
Yeah.
Just roll with it.
Carla's a social butterfly. You know, you can put her in any situation, she'll be fine. I'm an introvert. You know, I really got to get my zone where I have to know somebody. I really need to have a reason to talk to you. I'm not the kind of person that just makes conversation because I'm bored.
Unless you give him like a couple of whiskey drinks, then he's on my level.
Then I'll talk your ear off. Yeah. But you know, being on video, it was like you just had to do it. Just sit down and just do your thing. And we really didn't do that many takes.
No. Why are we here?
So we're here to, I mean, I want to say review this hotel, but we're really not. It's more of a feature. I want to feature places that are unique, and there's just something special about them that you're not going to get anywhere else.
No, not
No.
at all. We did the time lapse in Pioneer Town. We were just so excited to be at the hotel and motel and check it out. It's just a really cool, just really interesting place. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but it isn't. It's close to Joshua Tree. How far would you say from Joshua Tree?
Man, I think it's like a 20-minute drive
Yeah.
from Joshua Tree. So you're going uphill to Joshua Tree, and so Palm Springs is 2 hours southeast of LA, and then if you go north 40 minutes, you hit Joshua Tree, and then north another 20 minutes, and you're in Pioneer Town. So middle of nowhere, no cell reception, nothing like that. And in the video, you know, that's, to me, that was the appeal of Pioneer Town. So I'm really just giving you what I'm absorbing from my environment and just telling you on camera. And that was really it.
We didn't have really a storyboard. This was kind of just really, this is our first time filming. We knew it was gonna, you know, we're gonna put it on YouTube, but we didn't really have time to put together a storyboard. We had certain things in mind that we wanted to feature, like the motel, the Cadillac, you know, and then Joshua Tree, of course. But it was really, we were just really doing it, you know, as we went, and just kind of filming and taking it as we go.
And you know, when you see your first video edited, you know, I don't know about anyone else, but for me, you have this sense of accomplishment. You feel really good because even if it remotely makes sense, you know, from start to finish, it feels good to see a final product. And when you do another video and another video, you start to evolve. Editing, shooting, you know what's a good shot, what isn't, and it just comes back to starting. You just have to start, because you don't have any frame of reference if you don't start. You know, you see the people that you look up to, and you're like, man, I want to shoot videos like this guy, but they all started somewhere too. No one just came out and was just, you know, killing it the first time they ever did anything. Even if it comes, you know, if it's photography or music or, you know, whatever your medium is that you do, you have to start somewhere and you have to put it out there. And the thing that I remind myself, and I think, you know, everyone needs to remind themselves when they're doing something, starting something, the people that aren't doing anything with their life, the people that aren't putting themselves out there, they're always going to be the ones to judge you. You know, the people that are putting themselves out there, the people that did close that gap and succeed and got onto the other side, they're not going to judge you because they know what it's like, you know. So successful people, winners, they're not going to judge. They're not going to put you down. It's the people that they're reflecting their own fears on you.
Winners are gonna support you. They're gonna really want to see you do well because they know what it's like. They know the feeling of. And if you look at any great entrepreneurs, innovators, were they popular? Were they famous in the beginning? Absolutely not. But guess what? They were doing their thing. They were happy, living the life they wanted to live, and successful. And, you know, that's all that matters. Is just, it's really scary, I think. How did you feel, James, when we first put our first video out?
I was nervous, but you know, it was, I did my best. I did my very best. And if it wasn't my best, I wouldn't have been able to put it out. But I did my very best. And anytime you do your best, you should never feel weird about showing or doing anything if you did your best, because that's all you can do. That's the best you can do. So I think that's really important, is to always do your best. The other thing is that our first actual video that we put out was a montage of the past. So if we shot in May, we didn't put our first video up till September.
Yeah, because of editing, of getting our website together. It was a lot of work to.
And we were working on another project as well, separate from Venom White. So it was like that took up time, and so our first video was really a montage of the past 6 months.
Where are we, James?
We found this abandoned building on Highway 96 heading towards the Badlands. And yeah, I don't know, it's so random here. There's not even steps. We had to climb actually, I guess this is like the front porch roof. So we had to climb up that. There was like some sort of makeshift ladder that me and Josh sort of just kind of found and made it make sense for us to get up here. But yeah, there's no, you go through the first floor, there's no stairs, but it's beautiful here.
Yeah.
You know, and then kind of, you know, explaining what Venom White was. And it's really, you know, the perspective that travel gives you. That was the whole thing. It's hard to judge someone from another area once you've been there. You can see people on the internet and you know, why do those people talk like that, or why do they dress like that, or why do they do this? And if you don't know anything about them, about the culture or anything like that, it's easy to, you know, it's easy to judge those people. But once you're there with them, it gives you perspective. You come back with an understanding, and that was, you know, the biggest thing that I was trying to explain with the introduction video, and just Venom White as a whole is going to places and doing things and creating those memories and creating that life experience. So that was the first video, was putting out that, you know, I had gotten more and more comfortable on camera.
Yeah, it's funny because when we were shooting our first video, we James, you know, this is the first time ever he's on video, so I was like, all right, let's get some Jack Daniels and you, I'll help you out. And he was great. He was amazing, natural, very natural. But you know, that was something that he had to overcome and just say, you know what, screw it, let's do it. Let's just do it. And you know, there we were in the middle of Joshua Tree with the Cadillac and filming and just figuring it out.
Record a moment in Josh Country, baby.
Okay.
Who's the best?
Me.
Who's the best? Who's the best?
You, baby.
Where are we, James?
We're in Joshua Tree.
What are we doing?
We are recording the first film for Venom White.
And filming and just figuring it out, you know, and it worked out amazing. And you know, you only get better as you keep doing your craft. You only get better. You only excel. And that's why it's important to put that first video out, or that first whatever you're doing, because you can see how much you've excelled in what your craft and what you're doing, and you're just like, wow, look at this video versus my first video. And it's a reminder, and it's also like, really makes you happy that you see that you've grown
in such a short time.
Yeah, it
too.
feels good.
You know, every video we try to try something new. You know, so we take chances and we try to expand ourselves from video to video. Not only do we want to entertain you and educate you and show, give you the experience that we're experiencing, but we want to try things. We want to try new things and see how they do.
That's why we do what we do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We're just really taking you on our journey. That we would be doing this regardless if we weren't filming. We just love doing this. It's, you know, that's what we look for every day, is our next trip, or where we're gonna go, or where we're gonna explore, or what we're gonna create. You know, as artists, that's what we live for, is creating art and sharing it. But that's the biggest thing, I think, as an artist, is really evolving yourself to actually begin to share your work. Because it takes a lot of confidence.
It does.
It's not
It does.
easy to put yourself out there and leave it open for you know, anything, especially nowadays with the internet. You know, I think a lot of people could get scared of the internet trolls and let that bring them down.
Yeah.
But
right.
no one care. You know, you can't care about that. Who cares? You know, if they're angry and they have time to dislike videos or what you're doing, that's
Yeah.
great. Thank you for the view. I appreciate
The
your
people
energy.
that aren't happy with what they're doing in their own life are the only ones that are gonna, you know, put negativity towards you. So, you know, don't pay those people any mind. Just focus on what you're doing, and you'll be fine. You know, going back to the Pioneering America video, so it was 1, 2, 3. It was 3 videos, and we did the motel, Pioneer Town Motel. Then we did one on just the car, just the Cadillac ATS-V, and then we did the area. So we did Noah Purifoy, and we did Giant Rock
Joshua Tree.
and Joshua Tree. So yeah, we're just trying to show Joshua Tree as a whole, and that was the biggest thing. You know, doing Venom White, me and Carla don't have a blueprint. We don't have a mentor. There's no one saying you have to do it like this. Do A, B, and C, and you'll be successful. We're navigating, you know, our own destiny and creating this vision as we do it. And it's scary sometimes, but at the same time, it's exciting. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So those first videos were just monumental for us to take that first step. And it's scary, like I said, you know, doing that. Once you put yourself out there, it's like stepping in cold water. You know, once you're in it, you're like, this isn't so bad. I can do this. It's getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. And the more you put yourself in awkward situations and situations that are outside your comfort zone, you're like, you know what? I can do this. I can figure this out.
And you push yourself even more. You just go with it. Just figure it out and just do it.
And Carla's fearless. She's crazy like I am. That's why we work. You know what I mean? So
To a certain extent, when he's climbing around the Gorge Bridge in Taos, then I've got to tell him to chill out. But yes, to a certain extent, I definitely am.
yeah, I'm like, okay, we gotta do, you know, all these things today. We gotta do this. I want a shot like this, and we gotta go to this place, and you know, she always goes there with an open mind, and we make it happen. You know, and some things you're not gonna make happen. That's just how it's gonna go, and that's okay. You roll like that. Like I said, there's going to be those variables, and you work with those variables.
And sometimes it works out for the best. You're like, wow, this we should have done it this way, you know? But you don't know unless you execute and just do it. Just go. Get up and do what you want to do and build what you want to build and pursue your passion. That's what we're doing, and we're figuring it out as we go.
So, you know, just wanted to share with you guys our experience and you know, what it was like getting into this. You know, we didn't have any video experience, shooting or editing. When I was learning how to edit, I wanted to kill myself.
And I've had just the corporate side, but it's a lot different when you're doing something very passionate and very creative. You know, on the corporate side, it's very, okay, we want this, this, and this. Okay, cool, here you go, perfect, they love it. But when it's creative and you're really trying to make it a piece of art, it's a whole different, you know, area. And you know, editing it takes a long time. I think our first video, it took us like almost a month and a half to edit because we were, you know, our program wasn't working right. It was crazy, but we got it done, got it out there, and
yeah, and there's videos, you know, I go back on old videos and I'm like, oh my god, that was horrible. I can't believe I didn't, you know, put a stabilizer on this, or what was I doing with this text, or you know, whatever, or even just the footage quality. Some of the things that we shot, we use a Canon 5D Mark III. We have a GoPro, and we just started using Carla's, is it TI?
T3i.
T3i.
Canon, yeah.
Canon. So you know, we use different devices to shoot with, and they all edit differently. So you kind of have to know how to use them. So they all blend together, and it's just, but like I say, going back, it's just doing it. And editing isn't rocket science. You just have to do it. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And then once you understand how to do something, then you can be creative in doing it because you understand how to do it. So then you can start to figure out different ways to do things. And I'm not suggesting everyone be self-taught because it is really hard, and I'm 99% self-taught in most things that I do. But it does open up ways to do things that, because you were never taught, so you don't know what's right or wrong. So you try things that someone that went to school for it may not try because their teacher said not to do it. But that, you don't know what their teacher knows, you know? So you may find something that works better for you. So my whole point is to just do. And if there's something that's inside of you, it can be anything. This could be music, video, photography, maybe you want to paint. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. You want to make furniture. Just do it. Just do it. You're gonna fail. Failure is inevitable. You're gonna make mistakes, but you learn from those mistakes. Okay, why didn't this work? And then you go from there. That's the only way you get better. The only way you evolve. You know, the only way cars got faster is they broke, and then they would study them and they would make them faster. That's evolution. That's like anything. So, you know, just do, fail, learn, be better, do again, and just repeat it. And I'm telling you, that's the only way you're going to get through anything. You don't need a mentor, and if you can't go to school or you didn't go to school, please, that is not an excuse for anything, and don't let that stop you. Keep going forward. We wanted to share our experience.
Yeah, and I think a big thing too is also learning to take constructive feedback, but also learn how to filter the feedback. Sometimes you get people that will tell you certain things, but they've never shot a video in their life, or they've never, you know, done anything, and that's fine. But at the same time, I think sometimes people don't really have valid feedback, but then there's also people that do have valid feedback, and that's the constructive feedback that you can take back and say, okay, cool, maybe I can take this back in my next video or the next thing that I execute, make it better. And just really learning to kind of have the attitude of I don't care, and just really executing your vision. If people want to help you along the way and support you, great. And sometimes it's just going to be you, or maybe a couple people, but that's okay. You gotta focus on you and what you want to do and what you love to really, you know, pursue your passion and execute your dreams. Because guess what? Whoever's telling you the feedback of they don't like this or that, they're not doing it for you. They're not going to make you happy. They're not going to help you create the life you deserve.
Yeah, and you know, on the flip side of what Carl is saying, you know, don't feel like you have to know everything as well. Like, if you do video, if you're a photographer, maybe you've been doing it for 5 years, maybe you're doing it for 10 years. But if you go in the mindset of you're always a student of your craft, there's always something that you can learn. A new technique, a new way to do something that you never were aware of. And if you go into things open-minded to learn, you can always better your own craft. And you can learn from other people. Maybe they do something else, maybe they shoot film, or maybe they just got into shooting photography, but they learned something that you never knew, and you can apply it to what you do. It could be anything, but go into it with an open mind all the time.
Absolutely.
And you'll always learn. So, you know, like Carla's saying, you know, filter your criticism, you know, and just take what you can from it to learn to be better. And you know, anything that's just directly negative obviously isn't going to do anything for you, so don't give that any attention. But at the same time, be open. There's at any time, I'll never act like I know everything about photography or video or anything. I'm always open to learn from someone that is doing it as well and can show me something that I don't know. I would love to learn. I would love to apply a new technique and a new way to do things. So that's really it, guys. You know, just follow your heart and just keep doing. The more you do, the more you're going to close that gap from what you're making to what you have inside your head.
That's a wrap. That's it. Well, we'll see you guys next week for our next journey video. And we'll probably talk about another one of our videos and just how we executed it and thoughts behind it and our vision.
Mm-hmm.
If you like our videos, definitely subscribe and like our video below.
Mhm.
And thanks for watching.